Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to match 4 of the 2026 Camrose from City North Hotel, Dublin. We had one or two issues technically yesterday, but hope to be back today, and we're going to try another YouTube presentation. The match we're covering is the Ireland versus Northern Ireland match. Players would know each other very well in this match. We start from about board 5, just make certain things are set up right. I'm going to forward the share to some people. So if I click over to the running scores, we can see that currently Ireland lead by 16 imps, and that's virtue of a game swing on the first board and a pass score swing on the second board. Ruberidge site has commentary on the other table from Terry Walsh and Espin. I forget Espin's surname, but he seems to do quite a lot of the Irish matches. So just while I'm catching up to speed, looking at this board, we've got club from John Carroll, which could have been a doubleton, non-forcing. Diamond from Mark, which was showing at least 4 hearts. And double from North, which shows diamonds. And a spade from John Carroll, which denied 3 hearts and shows 4 spades. And by expectation, at least 4 clubs, usually at least 5. Any other vulnerability, South might have tried 2 diamonds, but this vulnerability, Rex will call it a day. It's Rex Anderson and Wayne Somerville are playing for the North, and Mark Moran and John Carroll are playing for the South. So he's made the pragmatic bet of 3 no trump, and he knows his partner's got some club values, club length, and some spade values. Now, East is fairly unlimited, could have up to an 18 count here. It might well have bid 4 no trump or more over 3 no trump on a different hand. Now we can see this is a very good contract. Diamonds are protected, so they've done well to get West playing hand, otherwise it would have not been so easy. And how many tricks has he got? Seemed to have a lot. 6 club tricks. 2 diamonds is 8. 3 spades is 11. 3 hearts rather is 11, and 1 spade is 12. Now we needed a diamond lead for 12 to be guaranteed. It's pretty interesting hand to play if you're in six no trumps. Three no trump is not going to be that exciting to discuss, but imagine you were in six no trumps with those 11 top tricks, and they won't be leading a diamond. They'll probably be leading the nine of hearts. You've somehow got to duck a spade trick. And hope that a squeeze develops. Maybe we'll look at that again one day. Five. Right, not much time was wasted on the card play, which is an excellent idea when you've got a time limit of 2 hours and 10 minutes for your 16 boards, especially with the spectators. No one wants to watch anyone cashing 11 or 12 top tricks. So, with the sort of rubbish people over on these days, I'm sure East would have been tempted at favourable Bonaverti, but here he clearly passes, and the South is likely to open a stronger trump. Here we go, win the trump, nothing by West. And it's got some interesting tens. It's very tempting to consider raising to two no trump with a North hand, but non-vulnerable, we'll probably call it today. Safe to come in. Okay. Hello, Reefer. Yeah. Certainly have your fringe done. Right, one no trump is where we stand. It's far better than three no trumps. Kier Club's lead is fairly friendly. Looks as if you can set these clubs up now. I'm quite intrigued by that lead because normally they lead the queen from king queen to length. The king lead is. I will try and find out why one day. Now, most of the Irish Open team are currently undergoing some support from a fellow from India called Joyjit, who helps all the lot of top women as well. And what the guy does, he generates hundreds and thousands of hands on a particular theme. That's his big skill. And then you can decide whether your chosen defensive methods or your play methods are suitable for majority hands. Just going to check everything's right on the streaming and I'll return. Wasn't a lot of this hand, just a case of setting up the club suit. So we expected about 9 tricks on this one. Sending the link to a few people. We're still on the same hand. Chalked up 7 tricks already. So I'm trying to make the screen a bit bigger so we can see it. Now, Wheelbridge is a nice application, but they just need to do some more work on its ability as a make the screen a bit bigger presentation tool. There's a slight delay from when I talk to when it appears in the screen. Can be a bit awkward. It gets back to reality and flatboard, not surprising. But not so much the talking point, but the takeaway from this hand is what you do from King, Queen, Jack X, My personal preference is I leave the queen from that holding, and it as part to encourage if he holds the king, the jack, or the 10. And you would be surprised how effective that can be if you play reverse attitude after that lead. The queen's not a massive lead, it's from usually a 4-card suit or maybe a 5-card suit, not from a solid suit. The king, queen, jack, 10, you would lead the king. Ask your partner to unblock. Leads are such a significant part of the game, top level. Just my suggestion, you go into YouTube and full screen mode, and you would see the screen's a lot easier to read. So we're waiting for hand 7. There's always a slight delay, and you can't do much about that. But it used to be a 30-minute delay. Now it's only about 5-10 minutes at most from the live action at the table. Should you go to watch the match live? I would say no these days. It used to be great. There was an online view graph present. There was a live view graph presentation with a bit of banter, but nearly everyone watches it from the comfort of their own home now. And that's where the likes of myself and Terry and BJ come into play to provide some commentary and hopefully give everyone that's improving and hoping to play at this level some inkling into what's required. What is required, I used to think it was 60% concentration. I then upgraded that to 70% concentration, and now bridge is just 80% concentration. If you can't concentrate, you're distracted for any matters. It costs so much. System, important. Bidding, very important. But concentration is what matters. So let's move on to this one. And Orex has the south hand. He wants to say something, even vulnerable. You never like to make it easy for the opponent. But what could he say? You can't really open 3 clubs with this hand, with a 5-card spade suit. I know you can do it with 4-card majors these days, people don't mind. Another vulnerability might be tempted to open 4 clubs and hope it's not his partner that's got the heart suit. So, pass. Some people would open 2 hearts with the north hand, especially those playing Lucas 2s or Tartan 2s, where it shows 5 in major minor. Okay, so John Carroll's got an easy 1 spade opener, a 1 club opener for the precision strong club players, of course. And now South's going to bid, even though he's got spade support, he wants to cut out the heart suit, and I think he's going to come alive with 3 clubs if that's natural. Otherwise, he might bail out if 3 clubs is guessed him. Possibly you shouldn't play guessed him by a passed hand. You'll have more natural 3 clubs bids. With this type of shape, you'll have this similar inferior shape, otherwise you would have opened 3 clubs. Okay, I don't mind 2 clubs either. 2 clubs are certainly natural. West had a close run between 2 hearts, which is a 1 round. Not quite forcing because of passed hand. 2 hearts is normally 1 round force. A double could be up to 5 hearts in a weekend. But it's enough points to be at the 2 level, so it's 8 plus points. So John Carroll is looking at game. He hates his club stop. He likes his 5 card diamond suit. He might just bid 3 diamonds. No, it's not game forcing. Single ace of clubs is not an offensive card, as the Americans call it. It's a defensive card. So, okay, he's decided to try and create a game force by winning 3 clubs. Again, that's fine. South has done his bit. West is probably going to have to bid 3 hearts now. He's no club stop, and he does have the 5th heart. He'd only show 4. And East is beginning to not like it so much. Could try 3 no trump and hope his partner's got either the Queen of Spades or the Ace of Diamonds. Could try 4 hearts. Could try 4 diamonds. Okay, 3rd choice. Covering all my odds. It's a good bookmaker. So that's certainly a stronger bid than a direct 3 diamonds would have been, and I would suspect it's forcing because he bid 3 clubs. You can see the value bidding hundreds, if not thousands, of hands together. You tend to know which bids are meant as forcing without the inevitable. It's obviously forcing because it's a slow bid type situation, which no one ever wants to be involved in. So South's got no problem. West does have a problem. His partner just has to be 5-5 for this auction. He's not a 4-card diamond suit. He would have been bidding 3 no trumps or 4 hearts with that to a hand. So West is quite good within the context of what he's saying. He's a passed hand, remember. Jack of clubs is waste paper, but he does have 2 controls. If he had a spade card as well, the Queen of Spades, he would be very excited now. Now, he chose to bid 4 spades, having already denied 3, in my opinion, on this sort of auction. The question is, normally would that be a Q bid or delayed spade support? Because on a different day, he could have had King of Spades or the Ace of Spades. Here it's okay for East because he's looking at Ace King of Spades, so he knows his partner's got honor X in spades. But it's what would West do if he had the same hand with Queen X of Spades, and then it's an excellent slam? He would probably bid the same. So East has to take a punt. Do you feel lucky? Now, I think he's going to just pass this. But if he did bid either 5 no trump, pick a slam, or 6 diamonds, okay, he's taking a punt. Wasn't really his decision to make. It was a joint decision. Needed to involve his partner a little bit, in my humble opinion. But he might have scored okay, or he may not have. You can see the spades are not lying favourably. His partner has got pretty good cards. Didn't have to have those 2 wonderful controls. I don't think he was ever looking at King to 3 clubs because he could have had King to 3 clubs, of course, have bid 3 hearts rather than 3 no trump. So dummy is as best as you can expect. So you probably have the King of clubs lead, which does no damage. And then how do you play it? You're not going to make it, you would presume, because the diamonds are 5-0. Spade queen is offside, and you could do its to do. So I say we, it's just me here. So I feel that it is probably worth another slam try. And five diamonds would probably be an attempt for a slam. And West might have been six over that, in fairness. So it's not unlikely they're going to be in it in the other room. I'm actually not looking at the other room at the same time today. It's a bit distracting. Normally I have my assistant Aoife doing that. So anyone that wants words of wisdom from two people, remember there's Terry and Espin from watching the other room. It's easier to commentate with two, bounce ideas off. So I don't know where I would start playing this. I really would be taking a long time. I know John probably will. He always does. As do we all. He's probably just going to be playing south for a heart on her, running the queen. Like he doesn't expect the diamonds to break. That's why I don't like to jump to six diamonds, because south has warned you that there's shape. The two club bid will be at least six. So you must have a heart loser. You don't really expect the space to be happening. I think he'd be running the ten of spades. You're winning it. 10 it across the dummy, the ace of diamonds. Might play king of diamonds, diamond to the ace, in case south has singleton 10 or singleton jack. And then he's just hoping against hope that north has queen to three spades. It just doesn't have the material, the building material to play for ace king and rougher spade, which is another line. Running the queen of hearts, I just don't see that would be much. You play south for the singleton king of hearts. It's not going to help him much. He's huffing and puffing, and eventually he'll be trying to go over to dummy to take the spade finesse, and be a bit disappointed when the diamonds show up. The other room, they were doubled in four spades. So it's not going to be too expensive if he goes even two off the flat board. Okay, here we go. We win the ace of clubs. King of diamonds and diamond. And then you rethink. Here we go. King of diamonds. And the inevitable head in his hands and rethink. What have I done? Now we're in the loss limitation exercise. You're not doubled, so it's only going to be hundreds. You wouldn't expect North to have a spade void, so he might well lay down the ace king of spades, thinking he's roughing a spade with a diamond, and North is just over roughing with what was a diamond win in any case. I wouldn't be spending too much time on the hand now. it's two or three off, and there's other hands to play when you could earn 30 nimps back for your team. So at this stage, I would probably be cashing either the ace king of spades, or I'm playing a diamond to this ace and running the 10 of spades. Okay, so he's chosen. Probably that's the better line. Okay, well, it's not really what North wanted to see. They really wanted ref the losing the spade. Fed's really done far better, probably just was to a heart. And he's going to put a club back now. That's all he can do. Play diamond. But I suppose he doesn't know his partner's only got 3 small spades, but it's quite likely. So it's quite probable the North is out of clubs now. So we can cash the diamond, and eventually North will be end played into playing a heart. And we got 2 off, which was a likely result. And a flat board. A bad contract, don't panic, accept your punishment, and move on to the next board. The takeaway from this hand. So anyone that's got the link, anyone that's on, I don't know if anyone is watching yet, but feel free to share the link with anyone else. We have 11 people watching. And I'm going to open the live chat panel today. Be nice to have some chats. I'm going to sign into chat. So, oops. Move on to the next board, or I was just doing some admin. So 3 hearts preempt is normal, 3 spades is normal. 4 spades, a bit pushy by Rex. Oh, well done, well done. I've got 11 watchers. So we should get the technology sorted for the big match, which is the Ireland-England, which we're all looking forward to at 3:20 today. And we're expecting big things from the boys in green. And it's a pretty strong English team, so let's see what happens later. For now, still got the slight problem of trying to get a big result against Northern Ireland, which won't be easy. An experienced team. Wasn't really fond to play much in this room. Lost the one trick. Got to guess the spade right. Probably won't. Probably guess that wrong after West preempt. So two spades and a club loser is quite likely. But of course the club loser may go away. They don't cash it. No real reason not to try and cash the ace of clubs. It's Markle in the 8 from Jack 9, 8, 5. Possible. I think he might have led the 9 from that holding, or the 5, certainly not the 8. So John's just thinking what he's going to do after the ace of clubs holds. Now, maybe he should cast the ace of clubs first and then decide, but he's given his partner the chance to decide which club to play. So his partner not put under any effort or pressure, which is good. So he doesn't know whether he's going to be switching to a diamond or playing another club. Eight of clubs, I suspect, could be a singleton. So he's just going to cash the ace of clubs. And then when his partner plays the jack of clubs, he won't try and give him a diamond rough. Because he's a bit concerned he doesn't want to give north rather, the entry to dummy. Okay, well, that's interesting. His partner's got to give him the hard rough. But he knows his partner's got a singleton heart from the play of the cards, I think. So, okay. And he might well play a diamond now, in case his partner's got a diamond void. Declares clubs aren't going anywhere. Some scenarios, I suppose, they could be if that's when Mark's got 4 clubs. Okay, try to give him a diamond rough. It can be very difficult in defence at about this stage of a hand to try and consider all the options. And you'd be worried now that you've let him throw his clubs away. You haven't. So, did well to get his heart rough, and that stopped the opponents from guessing the spade right. Question is, would that have cost if West had king X of spades and a diamond void, switching to the spade? So with 8 boards in, just going to check the score from the FOB side, fob.ie, and they're a little bit ahead of us, but not much. And not much has happened in the last few boards, odd few imps. So it's 18 imps to Ireland at this stage. And the leaderboard is significant because Ireland need to close the gap on England, which they seem to have done a little bit. It's now down to 6 VPs. Now, England are narrowly beaten Wales. I'm expecting that to be a close match. The Welsh team is pretty good. One pair missing they have, but the pair that have replaced them have done very well, and they're top of the Welsh pattern. My support is fully behind the Irish teams these days, although I have been known to participate for Wales. A little matter of 52 Camroses. Now, one heart by north, two clubs by south, two spades, we like that by west. Another vulnerability would have been three. Two no trumps by north, no alert, so that must be natural. I think it is Wayne. Some people play that as what they call a good bad hand. It would be a bad way to get to three hearts or a bad way to get to three, to show 5-5 in hearts and diamonds. That's the bad part of the good bad tuna trump. There is some good parts, but that's for another day. Tuna trump here was natural, of course. And three and trump by south is minimum for his two clubs game force. So in Somerville is certainly the team for his card play. He's an excellent card player. His bidding can be a little bit different, but his card play is second to none. So John leads the nine of spades, as most of us would, double to the partner's suit. And the player has surveyed his options. Two spades, the heart is three, diamonds four. Quite likely four clubs is eight. Two spades, the heart is three, diamonds four. So he needs a ninth trick. And he doesn't have a lot of time because they're going to knock the spades out. Has West got seven spades or six? The nine of spades lead is likely to be from 9x rather than 9 8x. Could well have had the 8 or the x from that. Overtaking the 10 is emphasising the fact that spades are likely to be 7-2. It gives him a bit more time. He can afford to lose a lead to East Hand. It's how he plays the club suited. He might have well played a club to the ace and a club back to the queen. But he's concerned the clubs could be 4-1. I don't think he do much about it if they're 4-1 very often, because he's lacking in the intermediates. But okay, he's run the queen of clubs, and he's hoping he's going to get some indication of the spade line. His options are to cash all his winners and just play ace another heart. No, that may not work. Always cash your long suit. I don't know if that's true, but nearly always cash your long suit. Now West is going to throw a spade eventually, so he can really afford it. Do his cards mean anything? I don't think they really do. I don't think it makes a difference whether it throws the 2 or the 5 of spades or the 4. Yeah, and people that read too much into it are wearing themselves out. East has to hold his red cards, and West has to hold on to his queen of diamonds as long as he can. And Wayne probably, because he's going to be stuck in dummy, has to play West to have a, which he does. And when he plays ace of diamonds and a diamond for East to win, he will eventually be end played into giving 2 hearts. Can't then play West I could if West had two diamonds, I suppose. Okay, so there we go. And he's going to play diamond. And if West did have King Queen doubleton, he could also be then played. But he'd be happy to see that lose. And East is well and truly end played. So a well played hand. I have a feeling it was well played at the other table as well because they've made it. So congratulations to both pairs. They've made, and it's non-vulnerable, but they all count. So seems some good bridge for early in the morning. Not always the case. Camrose matches used to go on till about 1 in the morning at the turn of the last set. You would finish playing at about 5:30 in the afternoon, have a heavy lunch, heavy dinner, and then go back into play at 8 o'clock. But there were only 10 board sessions, so it's I think it's more difficult than what it was 25 years ago. Hopefully more entertaining for the audience because we can have multiple presentations and you can play back the hands the next day if you want to. Let's see what's happening in the streaming video. Anything? How many spectators we've got? Good to see 55 subscribers to the channel. We have 12 people watching. Started streaming 47 minutes ago. So just flicking backwards. Heart by West seems normal. 2 hearts, spades, and a minor probably, but it could be Geston. And if it's Geston, it's the odd suits, which is spades and clubs. It's not Geston, so that's a Michael's bid. South doesn't know. He suspects it's diamonds. And could bid 3 diamonds. Could pass to try and buy the contract in 2 spades. It's quite easy for them to double 3 diamonds if he bids it on another day. But on balance, he quite likes a spade lead as well, so the pass is not ridiculous here. Well, the pass might be the better bid, it's obviously not ridiculous. I think I would bid 3 diamonds then. You take a bit of bidding space away from them. And that's the lead you really want if they're in 3 no trumps. You want a diamond on the spade lead. And West would have to pass that. Double is interesting from John Carroll because 2 spades would habitual 5 and non-forcing because you're a passed hand. Seems to fit the hand. Mark would have hated it. We've had to bid 2N. That's probably where they would have ended up, even though 3 clubs is a far better contract. Okay. So South has bid 3 clubs, pass all correct. So bid 3 diamonds. So South obviously didn't know which mine it was, which is right if it's Michael. So 3 clubs is a better bid than 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds from South would probably have shown 5 diamonds there. So East has done his bid. South has done his bid, and West has got a minimum opener. And even though his partner has shown 9 to 11, there's no reason to think the 3 diamonds is going for a cricket score. So pass and hope it goes 1 off. And Wayne Somerville is at the hockey again. What's he going to do? It's just the 10 of hearts lead, probably from John Carroll. May lead the Queen of Clubs. I think it's their star from King Queen. Okay, diamond lead. He thinks that South has got a rough and value in spades. Which he sort of does. Often a good lead when you suspect opponents are in a 5-3 fit. And Mark has ducked that, so it's a reasonable technique to allow his partner to put another diamond through if he gets in first. Okay. While they're splitting, because South was never going to be running that. And we shouldn't really be roughing a loser here, so he's going to encourage in hearts. I don't know if that's the. If you're playing odd encouraging, it's not a nice hand, is it? Because you've got these 3 even hearts. It's the downside of odd encouraging. You've got to find an in-tempo discard sometimes. But discard doesn't really matter here, so you can afford the 2 of hearts, even if it's discouraging. Because his partner was always going to play another diamond. Right, hop up with the ace and clear the diamond to stop all the spades being roughed. Okay, so it's a good lead, effective. And the Clare has got a lot of losers. So maybe it would have been more effective for South to have passed. And then they might have been able to escape in 2 spades, but that would have been doubled. So 3 diamonds could be the best they could do, 3 diamonds undoubled. All these spades to get rid of. Nine of hearts and dummy is what's stopping East from playing the 10 of hearts too fast, but I think he will switch to it at some stage. And it's very, very likely that the Clare is only going to make his 2 diamonds and a heart and go 3 off. I think John Callis to find the 10 of hearts switch now, so he's got some exit cards later. If he gets in with the king clubs, he can put another heart. With the 10 of hearts, Wayne could play the queen, king, small. How would that affect things then? Okay, queen, king, small is how it should go, but I don't think it will. And then West has to do the small club. Look, he sort of knows the West has King Jack of Hearts, so Queen feels like it has to be right. He's contemplating ducking it, I suspect. Good, Queen. Okay. Oh, ha! There we go. Well done, Wayne. Doesn't help him, but it's good technique. Yep, small club. He's had time to think about that. Now he might have to throw the king of clubs away. Maybe he doesn't have to. Not that much he could do on this. He's just got two diamonds a heart and move on. Wayne is quite a quick player, so he's entitled to think a bit about this one. So we'll have some more excitement, I think, in the next half. In the meantime, how well the score is looking. We'll just bid this hand first. The spade by South looks very normal. I wouldn't open a no trump even though it's in range. Under a trouble call. Yeah, it's normal. Three card support, two spades. All normal auction, and West finds himself on lead with an awkward hand to lead from. I hate leading the heart, I hate leading the diamond, I hate leading the club. I don't really like leading the spade either. Okay. I suppose that's right, isn't it? You really can't lead a spade, heart, or club, and you'll have to lead from this. Dangerous diamond holding. Dangerous lead. But everything else looks dangerous. Maybe you could have tried ace and another heart. Another day. That's double dummy. So Rex will be happy with that lead. This gives him three diamond tricks, which he wasn't entitled to. And he might be able to ref the fourth diamond with a spade. And when he can't over rough, he's starting to get a good count in the hand. This stage, South should really be just trying to factor the points that East has got between 1 and 3 points. That's the mental thing, just to park in your mind. The play here from the bidding, you know that. So the ace of hearts, you know is right. Coming down, you know is right. So his points can be either a spade honor or a heart sub honor. two level partials when you're non-vulnerable. Hands in teams you tend to save a bit of energy on. So we haven't really counted our tricks even here, which is unusual. Okay. Created a club entry. And you unblock the diamond, back the hand of the club, check on the diamond leads that they're playing fourth highest and not third and fifth, and then he'll. I'm surprised he didn't cast the king of diamonds first. Okay. So we'll just throw it down and read the club. That works as well. So it's going to make quite a few tricks here. King of diamonds, which is good. You should just lose two spades from this position here and make 9 tricks. Reading the diamond cards, he could now ruff a heart, cast ace of diamonds, or ruff a diamond. Or ruff another heart and exit with a jack of spades and make 10 tricks. Can't now, but there was a line to make 10, which I'm sure most of you spotted. Well, you would have spotted in the afternoon, same as myself, not in the mornings. So it's good to have you all on board on this still Sunday morning, but the big match is yet to come at 3:20, and we'll have a good view graph for that. Final of the Camrose this year is in March, early March, and that's over in, I believe it's Newport, South Wales. Very close to my family home, so we may be streaming from Newport, South Wales in a few months. Well, it's 16 board sets, remember, so we're getting to the difficult stage now. Hands 12 to 16. We're not used to playing that length stanzas in Ireland. UK are not used to that length. They play 8 or 10 board sessions normally. So for some reason, Wayne has chosen not to open a stronger trump. It might be playing 14, 16. I'd have to check. Now, double. This must be a new tool. Stronger trump double with a flattish hand. Now, often that can be a 5-card minor and a 4-card major. Maybe he's decided to. I've been toying with this sort of bit to get in on these hands and treat it as if you got 5-card minor, 4-card major. Maybe that's what John's done, but we'll have to ask him. South is a natural 2 spades. West wants nothing to do with it. North is more than happy to pass, and it's going to be back round to East. Maybe he doubles again, or maybe he decides that it's too risky. In pairs, I think he would double again. So they did get into the auction at the other table, and we ended up in 3 clubs. Which has done quite well to go 1 off in 3 clubs. That's awful, doesn't it? But the suits are all breaking. He has doubled again, which he's non-vulnerable. They're only 50s. It would have happened in two spades. Two spades would have lost two diamonds, probably two clubs. Probably definitely a spade and at least one heart. I think two spades would have been good one off. I don't see Mark passing it though. It's not clear whether this double is extra shape or extra values or both. I think I'm going to just have a quick look at the convention card to see what the double is. Catch you up shortly. Systems are on the FOB website, so worth looking at. Pick up some good tips. This is strong no trump. Double is penalties. So it was playing as a penalty double. Two clubs is four hearts and four plus spades. Four, at least four for the majors. Two diamonds. So it's what's a lot who play. It's multi-landy as their defense, and double was actually a penalty double. So we've ended up in the same contract, three clubs played by East, whereas West of the other table, and I think John Carr's going to do well to go one off. He's been forced immediately, and he doesn't really much better to do and plays king another diamond. I think this will be going two off. He's lost one trick already. He's going to make 7 more tricks to equalise what they did in the other room. And we can see he's got two diamonds and a heart is 3. And the club is 4. So that's only up to 5. So yes, he'll probably make another club trick. So it's 2 diamonds and 2 clubs and a heart. 2 diamonds, 2 clubs and a heart. I think he's going to do well to go 2 off. I'm not certain if the defence had an early morning moment in the other room because 3 clubs figures to go. 2 more off, but it was played by West. East had a difficult lead. North had a difficult lead. Okay, so here's king of diamonds for want of anything better to do. We'll bound back another diamond here. South to side, well, actually rough that with a club loser. But just his partner win that, okay. And his partner could just put another spade back, probably. Yep. Okay, so he's got his little club, which he was likely to get. And now when he plays a diamond, South can rough with a 9 of clubs. And South knows his partner's got quite a lot of points in clubs and hearts at this stage, or all his points in clubs and hearts. But he hasn't won the trump, so he's got at least 9 points in those suits. So his actual holding is quite likely, or he's got even better clubs. So South wasn't put to the test with another diamond. So I don't want to give him this cheap jack of clubs. So I wonder if another club might be better. Yeah. Okay, well, I think there's just one more trick for declarer here, isn't there? So when the nine of hearts gets roughed with the. So, as expected, he did well to go two off, in my opinion, to lose two imps. So, let's check the scores again before we go on to. Oh, we're on board 13 already. I suspect a little bit behind in this room. That's why the hands are coming up so quick. Too quick for me. We have the 14 count with the north hand that would be tempting for a lot of people to open a stronger trump. It's too tempting for Wayne, as it would be for me. So East can't retreat as a single suited major. Not enough points. We'd like to have six of them as well. So East just passes and gets ready to lead the Jack of Spades. Oh, some people move on the south hand, but if you could try for hearts and end up with three clubs, I'd move, but I don't think you can. He's just, okay, he's settling to play in three clubs, I suspect. Three of Trump has played. They were in three clubs in the other room, played by South, of course. Three clubs by North, and that's going to make very easily, isn't it? With two hearts, a spade, a diamond to lose. Maybe a club lead can put it under a bit of pressure, but not that much pressure. No, this space is wrong. I wonder if club lead is effective. It's just what happens to your heart losers. And he has been known to lead a trump a few times already this set, so a trump lead would be good, and it's much easier for East to find than it would be for West. The West could find a club switch. I'm feeling the three clubs could well be going off here. Let's see if anyone else has got any views on it. No, no. As far as I know, you can send some messages in the participants spot, or if you do, you could also send messages to the RealBridge portal if you're also watching it on that, and we'll endeavour to answer them. Okay, so he's found the heart lead. This is not optimum because now they can rough their losing heart. I know one heart would have gone away on the diamond, but the other one was a bit difficult to get rid of. So I'm sure he was tossing up between leading the heart and leading the club. And when he saw a heart suit, he wished he led a club. Could West find a club? Could West have found a club switch a trick too? No, not so easy, is it? Could have been a double to the heart with it. East hand. Although these part scores add up, and getting this one off would have been worth 5 imps, it's the vulnerable games that are significant, and the vulnerable and non-vulnerable slams. Build your wins. They build your big wins. So anything being built? Okay, so Potts got board 10 was worth 9 more imps to the south. So the lead 14.54, which will possibly tighten the gap between them and England. Yes, it's down to just under 2.5 or just over 2.5 VPs, which is going to make the next match very exciting. And Wales are doing their bit, as they always do these days against England. I hesitate to say the English team next time is stronger. They're always good English teams. So Ireland probably need to be taking in a 7-8 VP lead at the end of the first weekend if they possibly can. When was the last time Ireland won the Camrose? Someone asked me. I think it's nearly 10 years ago now. Nearly 10 years ago. As far as I know, Ireland have won it 5 times. And someone who was present in all those matches, Hugh McGann, is no longer playing. Enjoying himself in the sunshine of New Zealand. So this is a hand that was all down to either the opening lead or the club switch at trick 2, which was difficult to find. And now we're just meandering around waiting for South to throw his heart away on the Queen of Diamonds. Look, possibly it was always there and the defence can't actually get at it, but it just felt a club lead might be able to stop the heart being set up. Yeah. A likely flat board, and it was a flat board. So let's look for some more excitement on board 14. Then we have a little break for lunch. Look at the schedule to remind myself. On the Sunday, we finish at 12:10 and we restart at 12:25. So there's only a very short coffee break and then for scoring up. And then there's a lunch break at 2:30. So, looking back to the live action, hard by East, can't fault it. South, what can you do? Single to spade, you have to pass. 2 hearts by West. Now, this is the part of the game I would think everyone could improve, working out the difference between the 2 hearts bid and the alternatives. My personal preference is for 2 hearts to be about 7 to 10 points and do something different with your 4 to a bad 7 3-card support. It allows Parra to judge in the competitive areas a lot easier if you've got a tighter range for this 2 hearts bid. And on this particular hand, I think I would have probably bid a spade because the nil values, queens are never great. Because 2 spades was a bid by North, which is a Wayne Somerville speciality. You wouldn't all bid that. Pass by East. What can you do? Wouldn't bid 3 hearts with that shape yet. Bidden 3 hearts later. And South has found his partner's made a free bid. 2 hearts can be pretty weak. 1 heart can be pretty weak. And game could still be on. And yet, Wayne likes to bid. Two no trump could well not be natural here, could well be a spade raise. So two no trump could be a 4-card spade raise, and 3 hearts could be a 3-card spade raise. The options. He might well just put 3 no trump on the table. Okay, selling for 2 no trump. And North will, if that's natural according to Dave. 3 clubs is the place to be. In the room they were able to stop in 2 spades, and I suspect it's more by I don't know how they stopped in 2 spades. Well, they've got 2 no trumps, which is probably just as good as 2 spades. The triple heart stop is handy. And West will lead a heart in preference to a spade, clearly. So I think this is probably going to make it. It's got 3 heart tricks, 3 club tricks is 6. Diamond 7. You know, we but guess the spade right. That's 8. Club entry to it. What can they do? They can attack you a bit in diamonds, but not much. They could make 2 diamonds, heart, a spade, and a club. Unless you guess the spade wrong, of course. At Southleys, at least 11 come for his opening bid, really, at this thought about it. Because he's only got 5 hearts, you know that. He's hoping against hope that his partner's got 4-card heart support, but it's so unlikely. He could well win this and put a diamond through. Speed up the play. South will play low. Okay, so it's committed to the diamond suit really now. Oh, very high heart. Let's try to settle along the heart. Might work. It's good to have the queen jack of clubs and queen of diamonds. Might be down to a diamond guess. Probably throw a spade here. Could also throw a diamond. You will have 2 club entries to dummy eventually, but maybe too slow. So he should be looking to make a spade. 3 hearts, that's 4. 3 clubs, 7, and 1 diamond is 8. That's the target. You need 2 no trumps, don't need to make 3, it's not pairs. So you don't need miracles in the spade suit. No. Unnecessary choice. Throw the club. He's hoping to make a lot of spade tricks now. Police will just come back another heart relentlessly. What's it on here? Down this way. Okay. I guess the diamond is wrong. And he hasn't set his club up yet. He's made his 1 spade trick. It's a bit complicated because of his diamonds, but he could make 2 diamonds now instead of 3 clubs. Which is good enough. Yeah, I think he's home still. Club to the king, and another diamond up. Yep, Decker Club. Slightly worried if Easter's got ace queen of spades, but can't do much about it. So could play for the diamonds. No, he's gone for duck in the club. Sensible man. Just try and work out how many decades Rex Anderson has been playing in the Camrose. Obviously, he's the record cap holder of all the players from all the countries, with way over 100 caps. And I think he started in the 1960s. So 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s is 4 decades. And 3 decades of the turn of the century. So 7 decades of Camrose Bridge. Well done to Rex Anderson. So last 2 boards, 15, 16. I'm sure they finished in the other room. Diamond by South. Yep, no problem with that. West has nothing to say. And non-vulnerable. Needs to decide his partner's got some bits and pieces. This auction has bid 4 spades. And it's looking fairly good, isn't it? 4 spades. Your diamond loser will go away on the king of clubs. You do well not to lose a heart suit, to lose 3 heart tricks. If they leave the king of diamonds, which they probably will, you can still draw trumps. Ending in dummy with the 3rd trump. After cashing the ace of clubs, of course, before you do all that. And your diamond loser will be going away on the king of clubs, and you will try and play the heart suit for 2 losers, but you can't. So it should be a fairly quick hand to play. And if it took longer than 3 or 4 minutes this hand, I'd be disappointed with myself. Okay, queen of spades. Discards don't always mean everything. Remember, I've commented that a few times, and easy to just throw it out. Yeah, so rock the club. That's the spade over with another spade, and you just play south for the ace king of hearts, but he knows he hasn't got them because he would have led one. So he knows his score is going to be 10 tricks. We're down to 10 spectators. Everyone must be having their lunch. That's good to see everyone watching. The hands have not been that exciting. Jenny saved the best set for the last match, especially if it's an Ireland-England match. Okay, might have something of interest here. Northerners went 3 off in 5 clubs, vulnerable. Could be expensive. Not clear how they got them. So we can't fault a diamond opener, pass the spade. South will be passing. And the West got a choice between one no trump or two clubs. I expect he got two clubs. And East had a difficult decision whether to be in three no trump or to show a six-card spade suit game forcing. Okay, one no trump by Mark and John. I think it's the same way as I play it. That is a hand with five diamonds and 4+ clubs of any range. But not suitable to bid three clubs, which would have been 5-5 and 14 to 17. I think that's what they probably do. It's incredibly useful convention, but there's downsides to it, as you can imagine. But playing one no trump is potentially a big hand in the minors. And over that, three spades is forcing and showing six. And West happy with the 6-1 fit is four spades, so a nice auction, approve of the auction. I don't know if the contract's going to make. I have a feeling it's going to be tough, but maybe it isn't. Club loser goes away in the diamond, and if spade pips are interesting, really interesting. I think they can get away with just two spade losers, which is the key. Yes, to play it a bit carefully, avoid a trump promotion with south hand. But I'm fairly certain this makes well bid. Best lead for south is a heart. A heart lead, he'll play a spade to the queen. This will pop up another heart. Then he'll play king spade to spade. It's quite important for these two to rise with the ace of clubs when they first switch to a club. Two rounds of hearts have got, throw his club loose away, and then rough a diamond back to hand. So I'm very certain this will should make. I don't see any way of misguessing the spades. If South plays low on a spade to the queen, you might possibly misguess, but I don't think you'd be playing the king next. But that could work. So a heart to the queen is the lead, which is likely to find on this bidding. And a spade to the queen, which is we say is going to be holds South ducks. Throws his club away. Can't get back to his hand easily. That might work. Ducking the spade may work for North South. Well, queen of clubs lead. Necessarily great. Understandable, but hardly was something I'm sure he considered on this auction. He knows his partner's got king to three clubs from Declarer's play. Declarer's going to be keen to get rid of that club loser. Okay, so partner might have king to four clubs, of course. Not beating it down. No open for his base, and I think he should let that hold. But it's not clear. Yeah, can't beat it now. But that queer space hold would have been interesting because the player has to get back to his hand, and if he plays a heart, he will play a heart. Then he plays a king of spades, he's okay. As long as he doesn't get back to hand by ruffling a diamond. Shorten his trumps too much. Yep. Okay, so that was the board they needed to give them a big score. So 14 imps on what looked like a nothing hand, but there was chances to make it difficult in the play, and the hand was very good for their methods. You probably should always get to full spades. Okay, everyone, little break, and I'll reconvene probably about 1:30. I'll put the link on the broadcast, and I'll be broadcasting to the opposite room to where the commentary is. Okay. This room. Good.